What's up guys? Today's video we are doing a Chick-Fil-A mukbang, and I also got a new car, which I have a whole story on because nothing is ever really simple with me. So I have a full story time on this car, how I got this car, why I'm in a new car. So yeah, I'm gonna be sharing that with you guys. All right, you guys, I'm currently in line and I am so ready for this food. I am so hungry. It's currently 2 p.m. and usually I eat lunch at 12. I am like a strict 12 p.m. eater. I do not play around with my lunch, but I had basically back-to-back meetings today until 1:30, so I wasn't able to get to filming until now. And yeah, I feel like my stomach is growling, so if you hear it, you probably won't. You probably hear the AC, actually. I have no clue how to turn the AC down because it's really hot out today and the AC is on automatic, and I don't see an option to turn the AC off automatic. So if the AC is loud, I do apologize. I'm gonna have to try and figure it out. This car, it's gonna take me a lot to get used to. It is much more technologically advanced than my last car. I'm gonna get into all the details. We're gonna get into the story time. I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what car this is because yeah, we have a lot to discuss, but I'm actually up to order now. Yay, oh my gosh, I'm so ready. Hey, how's it going?
How are you?
Good.
Can I have a name for order?
Daisy. Could I do the spicy chicken sandwich combo?
Okay.
And could I do that with the mac and cheese?
Yeah, what kind of drink can I get for you?
I'll do the Sunjoy. Oh, sorry. Do you guys still have the watermelon kind? I'll do that one, please.
Did you want tea lemonade? Watermelon tea lemonade?
Tea and lemonade.
Okay. It's only gonna be in one size. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Any condiments for order?
Yes. Could I also do buffalo and ranch? And then I'm also gonna get the 8-piece chicken nuggets combo with a french fry. I guess I'll just do a large water with that one.
Any condiments for that one?
Just some mayonnaise, and that's gonna be it.
You said buffalo and ranch for the first one?
Yes, please.
Okay, anything else in it for you?
No, I think that's it.
You said it was 1931. The spicy sandwich meal with the mac and cheese, a watermelon mint, and an 8-count nugget, a medium fry, and a large water, buffalo ranch, and mayonnaise.
Yes, perfect.
Okay. I hope you have a great day.
Okay, thank you. You too. Okay, so I got 2 combos because like I said, I am starving and I kind of want to do some food hacks in this video. I mean, we're gonna do a pretty traditional Chick-fil-A mukbang in my new car. I actually did my last new car video at Chick-fil-A, which was a year ago. I cannot believe that was only a year ago. But I did my last new car video last year at Chick-fil-A, so I thought, you know what, let's do this one at Chick-fil-A too. And I've just been craving some Chick-fil-A. But anyways, back to the food hacks. Right, okay. I'm probably gonna be all over the place in this video because my mind is just very scrambled right now. But I want to combine some of the food. So I got the mac and cheese so we can do some food hacks, and yeah, it's gonna be very delicious. But I think I'm gonna stop rambling on because if I do, I'm just gonna like be giving you guys word vomit. I will see you guys once we get the food. All right, you guys, Chick-fil-A bag has been secured. It smells so delicious. Okay, so can I just say, wow, I'm not used to the untinted windows, and it just feels like everyone stares at you when your windows aren't tinted. I am so used to, because my last car, I had very dark tint on, which I'm sure you guys can see the difference. But yeah, that car had 5% tint on it, and this car has absolutely none. Well, okay, I think it has like a factory tint on it, which is probably oh no, oh shoot, okay, my food just fell all over the floor. This is going great so far. Okay, I am now parked. I do already have the table out. You guys are gonna have to let me know how was the setup, how was the angle. I'm still gonna have to figure everything out in this car, but yeah, let me know what you think about the setup. Okay, in our bag, we got ranch and buffalo, so we'll put that right there. We got our french fries. Golden delicious Chick-fil-A fries. Wow, looks amazing. Got our mac and cheese. Chicken sandwich. Mayonnaise. Chicken nuggets. Okay. I'm so hungry right now. That fry. I need more. I am so ready for this food. You guys have no idea. I actually think this angle is way better than my last car. Just visually on the viewfinder, it looks really good. Okay, so this new car, this car is a 2023 3 Series BMW, and I technically still have my other car. So if you guys don't know, or if you're new here, my last car was a 2022 Toyota Camry TRD. I absolutely loved that car. That car was my baby. I have a very weird attachment to that car. Like, there's no reason why someone should be that attached to a car, but I was very attached to it, okay? So technically I do still have the car, which we're gonna get into. It's a long story. Let me get a thumbnail really quick. Okay, got the thumbnail. Let's get our sandwich prepared. So this is what I was gonna do with the Chick-fil-A food hacks. I wanted to put some of the mac and cheese on the chicken sandwich, which is a pretty classic food hack at Chick-fil-A. I feel like people have been doing this for pretty much years now. If you haven't tried it, mac and cheese on the chicken sandwich, it is A1. I am telling you, so good. So good. And then we're gonna put some mayo on because I love my mayo. It actually probably would have been better with the rancher buffalo, but I did get the rancher buffalo for the chicken nuggets. So next, actually let me make sure I have some napkins ready to go, because this may get messy. Oh shoot, that actually reminds me, I have no napkins in this car. I have not stocked this car yet with napkins and cutlery, so I think this is my only napkin. Ooh, shoot. That may be a problem. Okay, then we're gonna take the chicken nuggets and we're gonna put the mac and cheese. We're gonna put some of the mac and cheese in the chicken nuggets container. Yes, delish. And then we're gonna pour the buffalo and ranch over it. Hopefully this does not leak out the bottom, because that would be bad. I'm so nervous filming in this car, you guys. I'm trying not to be. I mean, my last car was really nice, and obviously I filmed in that one and I would get food on it all the time, but I feel like whenever you have a new car, you just want to keep it as clean as possible, and that's kind of the feelings I'm going through. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to keep it clean, I want to keep it safe and tidy, but yeah, it's definitely gonna get messy. Okay, I am hot. I am really hot. Okay, here is our super delicious Chick-fil-A mac and cheese spicy chicken sandwich. We're gonna bite into this first, and then we'll kind of get into this little story time of how I got this car and why I got this car. Wow. That is so good. This is what I've been looking forward to all day. That is amazing. Truly incredible, delicious. And this Sunjoy drink, I wish that they would give you more in the cup. They actually didn't give me that much ice, so I do have a pretty good amount of the Sunjoy, but yeah, I wish they would put those in a bigger cup because that Sunjoy is so good and it only comes in that little cup. I also have a water. Needed a water because it's so hot. Okay, wow, Daisy, can you get on with the story? Okay, so the story of this car. I was kind of convinced to get this car by Gabe's grandma because she has this exact car. Hers is just 1 year older. So she has this exact car in the 2022, and she also has this interior. This interior is pretty much what sold me on the car. The number one thing that I did not like about my last car was it didn't have, I really wanted this kind of beautiful peanut butter interior. It's actually called cognac, but I call it peanut butter. So I wanted this interior color, but my last car only came with black. So I pretty much had to get black in that car. By the way, the mac and cheese with the chicken nuggets and the buffalo and ranch, delicious. 10/10. I love it. But yeah, my last car, it just did not have any bells and whistles on the inside. Aesthetically, that car on the outside was incredible. It was the most beautiful car ever. And one of the main reasons I got that car is because the body style was so nice, and I loved the way it looked. I loved how fast it was. It just gave me all the good feels. But the inside of the car was very boring. It didn't have much going on in the inside. So whenever Gabe's grandma drove up to our apartment, because she lives about an hour south of us and she would visit us from time to time, and she drove this car, well, her version of the car, up to our apartment. And somehow we got on the subject of talking about cars. So we went and checked her car out. And I was like, wow, this car is beautiful. I just fell in love with her car. I fell in love with the interior. The technology on the inside is perfection. So yeah, somehow myself and Gabe's family convinced me to look into getting this car. I wasn't ready to part with my TRD yet though, so I was very on the fence about it. But in my head, I was like, oh, it'd be so nice to have this interior, to have all the bells and whistles on the inside of the car. So I ended up looking into the car. I wanted it in white, which this car is in white, and I wanted the cognac interior. Those were like my two stipulations. Well, they ended up not having the car with white on the outside and the cognac interior, so I was like, you know what? It's not meant to be. I'm perfectly happy with my TRD. I don't want to give it up anyways, so let's just forget it. Well, some dude at BMW was like, oh, well, you can actually build the car and BMW will build it for you and ship it. You can buy it. Which I didn't realize that. Eating and talking, you guys, I'm sorry. It's a bit difficult, but yeah, I didn't realize that BMW did that, because I actually tried to do that with my last car, with the TRD. I had built the whole car on the Toyota website, and whenever I went to order it, they were like, okay, well, that actually isn't, like, Toyota won't actually build you the exact car you want. we're just gonna get your build code and then try to find you something similar to it that's already been built. So they wouldn't actually put the car that you wanted into production. So I kind of thought everywhere was like that, since that's how Toyota was, but BMW said they would actually like build whatever car you wanted. They did tell me I had to put down a deposit on the car, which at the time, again, was very on the fence about getting it. So I was like, you know what, I don't really want to put a deposit down. Again, I love my current car, and the finance team never reached out to me about a deposit, because the salesman was like, we'll get this submitted, finance will then reach out to you to collect the down payment to finalize everything. So they never reached out to me about a down payment, and so I was like, okay, I guess I'm not getting the car. Which of course I could have just reached out and said, hey, I haven't heard from you guys, I need to put down my down payment. But again, I was very on the fence. Very on the fence. I didn't know if I really wanted it. So I was like, again, we're just gonna let it be. I'm just gonna keep trucking it with my TRD. So now come a few days ago, and the salesman reached out to me and he's like, hey Daisy, your BMW just arrived, it's ready to go. And I was like, what? I didn't even realize y'all were building it. So it turns out they built it anyways, and it arrived, which at that point I didn't have to buy the car. I could have said, okay, I changed my mind, I don't want the car anymore, and they would have just sold it to somebody else. So I wasn't locked into anything from building it. I didn't have to buy it. But Gabe and I was like, let's just go check the car out. And then whenever I saw it in person, I was like, oh snap, that is a beautiful car. Well, I got a few bones to pick with the car, which we'll get into. But yeah, on the inside, I was like, oh my gosh, this car is everything I could ever want. I may have to actually get it. Conveniently, Gabe actually just sold his car. So he sold his car, I would say roughly 2 weeks ago now. The reason why he sold his car was because, sorry, this table's kind of wobbly. The reason why he sold his car was because he had a lot of equity in his car, and he wanted to sell it before it lost more value the more he drove it. So he was like, you know what, I'm gonna just sell it while it has all this equity in the car. And he hadn't had another car lined up yet. So he sold that car and he hadn't bought another car yet. So he was just kind of borrowing his brother's car, my car. We were all just like kind of sharing cars while he looked for a new car. So he was like, actually, let me buy your car, the TRD, because obviously I still have the TRD at this point. So he's like, I want your TRD, let me buy your TRD, and then you will have the BMW, and you can keep the TRD in the family. It's like I said, I just have a weird attachment to the car. I didn't want to sell it, and if me getting this car would have required me to sell the TRD, I would not have gotten this car. Like I said, I have a weird attachment to that car. So right now, I still own the TRD. Gabe is going to pay me for the TRD, like all the monthly cost, the car payment, the insurance, any other cost that is associated with that car. He's gonna pay me until he can take over the loan. So he's gonna take over the loan and pay me. Basically, he's gonna pay what the car is worth with like a little bit of a discount. I actually have a lot of equity in that car. So he is not just gonna pay off the loan, because then I would be like losing a lot on the car. So basically I'm still gonna give him like a fairly decent deal on the car because he is my boyfriend and family discount. But he's gonna give me like, you know, a good price for it because I would have gotten a good amount for it if I had sold it. And then he's probably gonna take over the car completely within a few months or so. Like, this is just temporary. That's like the bulk of the story. Now, with that being said, okay, I do have a few bones to pick with this car, and I don't want to sound ungrateful by any means, but like, it's my car. I can roast my car if I want to. I love this car. It's so nice, but it's, sorry, my camera died, but yeah, this car is low-key kind of a grandma car. Well, I don't want to say it that way. It just makes me think of like an old person car. It needs a major facelift on the outside, okay? And maybe I just say that because I'm so used to my TRD. My TRD was truly, sorry, it's mayonnaise. Okay, sorry, I just lost track there. I need to take another deep breath. I don't know why I'm so like up in arms today. Yes, okay, so my TRD was aesthetically so beautiful on the outside, whereas this car gives nothing on the outside. The inside is amazing, but the outside is just very boring. It's just like any other car. And for me, the brand of the car doesn't really matter to me. Like, I think people would see BMW and be like, oh, that's a nice car. But for me, I don't really care about that. I always said I wasn't gonna get a BMW or a Mercedes or some other luxury car. And now look at me. But I really don't care about the brand. I truly care about the aesthetics of the car. The way it looks, the way it feels when you drive it, what's under the hood. And the TRD was just like, it gave everything and more with the aesthetics. Was it nice on the inside? No, at least not compared to this car. It was nice on the inside. It had like a cool dash, but this car has heated seats, heated steering wheel, amazing technology on the inside. It's a lot more advanced compared to my last car. It also has a sunroof, which I need to pop open. So yeah, it has pretty much everything I wanted in the last car that I didn't get. It's just the outside is pretty boring, so anyways, you know, I'm trying not to be too nitpicky, but when you're spending that much money, it's easy to like overanalyze things. But I do think I'm going to get side skirts for the side of the car. I'm gonna get a front lip, and I want to try to get all carbon fiber material, like carbon fiber front lip, side skirts. That way it's nice. I don't want to put like cheap plastic on the car. So yeah, I want to get I don't know, I basically just want to give the car a little bit of a facelift. I don't know if I'm going to tint it. It's gorgeous without tint on the inside. I love how bright it is in here. I mean, look you guys, like, I'm sorry, y'all can actually see outside my car. In my last car it was so dark, and in this car, it's just so light and bright, which I love for YouTube. I just, like, the car does not look cool with no tint. If I were to put some tint on this car, oh my gosh, it would look so much more badass. I'm definitely not gonna get as dark of a tint as I got on the TRD. I'll tell you that right now. Because my TRD had 5% tint. We will not be going that dark ever again. Gabe loves it. He is so happy he got that car with 5% tint, free tint job for him, which I think he's actually gonna pay to have this car tinted. He paid to have my Honda tinted, which was 2 cars ago. I paid for my last car, and then I think he's gonna pay for this one. So I think I may put like 20% tint on it, but I'm very undecided. I don't know. I don't know if I should tint it. I just really love how bright it is on the inside, but I love a good tinted car. A blacked out car, oh my gosh, stunning. And this car would look a lot better and more youthful with tint on it. So I don't know. Not sure what I'm gonna do. I think if I get like a light tint put on and get the like the body pieces that I want, it'll make a big difference. It does have really nice tires on it. I did upgrade the tires because I was not about to get no base model tires. Sorry guys, I am a little bit of like a car, I wouldn't even say I'm a car fanatic, but I do like driving a nice car. Like that is something that I've always enjoyed. I've always been into like car aesthetics. So I am a little bit picky when it comes to cars. I also, oh yeah, I gotta say this. I want tint because privacy when you're doing videos like this in the car is everything. It's a game changer. I feel like the world does not exist to me when I am eating in a blacked out car. Nobody can see me. Nobody can look into my car. It's just so nice. I feel like eating in my car, even though people may not be looking at me, it feels like people are looking at me because I'm like so self-conscious about people looking in here. And it's not even that I care, really, kind of. I don't know. I do love my privacy. I really like my privacy, so I do kind of care. I don't like people looking at me or staring at me. And where I live in the South, people stare, okay? They stare. They will stare you down. So, I don't know. And people always ask me, how do you not get in trouble with dark tint? Where I live, lots of people have their cars basically blacked out and you don't really get in trouble for it. I would say the only time you really get in trouble for dark tint is if you got pulled over for a speeding ticket. So if you got pulled for speeding or whatever the case may be and you have dark tint, then they may say, okay, I'm ticketing you for this and the tint. But no cop is just gonna pull you over for tint just to pull you over for tint. Like that does not happen where I live. So you can get away with dark tint here. Anyway, so yeah, that is the story of my new car. Let me know what you guys think. Do y'all love it? I love it on the inside. Again, got a few things to work out on the outside, but we're gonna get this car looking nice. We're just gonna get it feeling like me. I obviously still see the TRD every day since Gabe has it, and it makes me miss it. That car feels like me. This car, I just have to get used to. We may still take the TRD out, you know? I told Gabe, like, I'm totally fine with him driving this. I drive the TRD. They're basically like, you know, I'm not gonna say they're family cars, but Gabe and I are like, we're like this, which is kind of funny because, okay, in my last video, my last new car video where I had the TRD, I got the TRD, Gabe and I were basically like going through a really bad rough patch. We were pretty much breaking up, like things were not good between us, but we like stuck it out and we worked through that rough patch and we're still together. So Gabe and I have been together going on 3.5 years now. I think it'll be 3.5 years in August. So we've been together basically 3.5 years now. We got through that huge rough patch that we went through last year, and now we're like, we're really, really, really good. We're, you know, I 100% see us getting married and having kids, which, oh my gosh, the baby fever is real. I need to talk about that in another video. Okay, but yeah, we're doing really good, and so it's just crazy how much things have changed in the last year, and I'm just so happy. I'm really happy. I'm glad that, you know, he took over my other car, so we're keeping it in the family. And yeah, if the vibe calls for black interior, we'll drive the TRD, but for now we're whipping it in the peanut butter vehicle. Okay, anyways, I'm not even eating at this point, so let me wrap this up. I'm gonna pack it all up. I love you guys so much. Thank you all for watching. Please drop a thumbs up down below, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.